Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. We are at episode 56 of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We cleaned out Green Gates, the Molten Scar. We haven't done Winter Sun yet, so that's kind of on the list of things to do. We've got this place down here, the ruins of Ashbury Hamlet. And I think that is everything we've got to explore that is available. This, of course, is these two. That one's part of a quest. This is part of a quest. These are the ones that are close, and we've got like all these little threads we can kind of tie up as well as like right here. This is kind of annoying me. Oh, we encountered something on the road. I was just going to try to just fill that in because if I don't, there's going to be a way to go, and that's going to drive me crazy. Oh, look at that. It's a dragon. That's probably not going to be a positive thing to have to fight there. All right. Yeah. Is it a red dragon? All right, let's lightning bolt this thing. Oh, I come over at spell resistance. Great. Yeah, that's okay. That's unarmed strikes. Bark skin. Perfect strike. You must declare that you're using this feat before you make an attack roll. You can roll your attack roll twice and take the highest result. You may attempt a perfect attack once per day for every 4 levels. Special Zenmark Archer receives perfect strike as a bonus feat at first level. Even if he does not meet it. Monk may attempt a perfect strike number of times equal to his monk level, plus 1 per day for every 4. You just get 1 shot? Let's find out. Yep.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
And missed. An 8 and a 9. Armor class is 36? What the bloody heck actually going on there? This is terrible. Let's summon a paladin. 2 paladins. Oh, that was Nino. I thought that was Socio. Dang it, I was gonna... Alright, let's see. Try another lightning bolt. Oh, no, because that'll fry our buddies. Let's go over here. And try another lightning bolt. Failed to overcome. What is this spell resistance? 30? Oh my god, how are we supposed to fight this thing?
You won't survive me.
It did 32 points of damage, just barely touched. Oh my goodness. 315 hit points. This is crazy.
Inheritor, guide my blade into the fray. No glory without risk.
This is terrible. Cleanse, dispel. Monster.
Nice try. Didn't work, though.
Nope, can't cast it on that either. This is insane. No. Yeah, nothing's gonna overcome this thing. Why won't you just accept your fate and become my dinner? I'll eat you all soon enough. Oh my goodness. Holy free holies, that thing is... We got a ways to go before we can even think about taking on that
Together,
guy.
we stand.
That was crazy. Let's see if there's anything in this area. Oh, I thought it came back. I was like, no! I meant to run away! Alright, does not appear to be anything here. Let's go ahead and just get the heck out of here while we can. Let's go. Huh. The Ashen Grotto. Spotted by enemies. Alright, we're going to head back. To the city. So I want to check out that demon gal. Ash Giant.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel you won't fall here. I swear it.
Alright, didn't get to do anything there. That
The
kinda
light,
sucked.
take you.
Blue is just going to kind of hang back here. Come on, Blue. There you go.
Go!
Well, there's another one out there. Okay. Sozio, let's go ahead and throw out a prayer.
The inheritor, guide my
Come on,
blade
move. Can she not move?
into the fray.
Alright. Evidently we can't go up on that rock.
Endure this!
Ah, they're going to come around. Alright. Blue, you're going to come over here. Well, there's a fourth one. gonna come over here. Let's go ahead and fireball these guys again.
Go.
Oh, here comes one down the middle. Soziel, you'll go with Joseph. Woljif, you are gonna go with Sela.
The light take you.
There's another one. Holy smokes, there's a lot of these guys. Land,
Make every
shoot this
strike
guy.
count.
Blue. And Mist needing a 2.
Forward!
Nino, let's... No. Let's...
Go.
Begone, fiend!
Cover me, all right?
Good
No
shot, Woljif.
glory without risk.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good hit.
We won't falter! Strike with all your might!
Mind over muscle.
Yes.
All right. Good job, guys. Great clubs. Hide armor, all right. Master at Great Club. Great Club. Great Club. All right. Let's gather up for a quick healing burst.
Rely on me.
Head out. All right, no wrecker. So we're going to head on out. All right, let's head back this way. Demon army is approaching. Everybody's tired. We're not going to rest till we get to town. Let's evade. We're all tired. I don't want to fight when we're all tired. There's something else besides war. There's a normal world out there. A place where blood doesn't stay in the ground. That's what we're working on. That's what we're fighting for to get to that point. Commander, Anivia greets you with a slight nod. I have some information for you. Thought what I found out is most innocent. It might be a cause for concern. Concern? What do you mean? It's about the well-being of one of your companions. Tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. Ugh. We usually turn a blind eye to such things. though it's against regulations. We let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently, my people have noticed Soziel among them, and the gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time, it's about someone you trust with your life. So maybe you should leave that alone, Cat. So maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. All right. Commander, I have some alarming news. Sir Ciar seems to be ill. He has stepped back almost completely from commanding his people. His Everbright Crusaders are a large and experienced force. Our strategy relies heavily on them. Please talk to him. It might be time for Sir Ciar to step down and hand over the leadership to a younger, more energetic knight. He's not a young man anymore. It must be a struggle to keep up with the responsibilities. What do you know about Sir Ciar's trouble? Just rumors, Commander. They say it's like his mind is somewhere else all the time. He is anxious, but won't say what happened. Sir Ciar is respected. When people see him acting strangely, it breeds uncertainty in the ranks. I will talk to Ciar. Thank you, Commander. This is a necessary step to maintain our fighting ability.
You've marched me to the bones today.
Wow, I have a ton of these things here. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Avestan have considered taking a more active support role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when a war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosin has already chosen which of them is to be favored. Isger. We've been building an alliance with that nation for some time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the Steward of Isger with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we are to ask for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed principals who draw their weapons and charge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have... Come on, cat. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight, and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Everyone who wanted to come because they listened to their hearts are here already. Time to call those who listen to the purse. We'll drop a line to the Verisian cities, tempt them with some nice spoils, and loads of savvy folks will come running. Well, we got 5 options. Why does Norosian decide whose help I should accept? Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. Lady Konami voice grows sterner, but after a moment subsides in a more confiding tone. And because it took great effort for Mendev Diplomatic Corps to win Isger over and ensure you would receive their help. Are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? We can't call everyone for help? That's kind of what I'd think. I wish we could, but we can't. The Salaxians and their colonies can't stand the Andorians. Molthun is at war with Nir Mathis. Nidal and Lastwall are at daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom, protest against the godlessness of Derma, and fear the revolutionary plague of Galt. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half of the courts of Avestan. So I'm afraid you have to choose which of your allies is most desirable to you. Let's see what the council has to say. Lady Konami's voice turned silken and somewhat condescending. Commander, we both realize that Mendev political interests lie beyond the competence of this council. The decision has already been made in the capital. Nerosian has shown courtesy and concern for your authority by allowing you to implement the decision yourself. Ah. I kind of want to keep the council on the good side, but man, I'd love to have an army of barbarians ravaging through this area. Yeah, let's stick with the council for now. You're right, there's no room for discussion. We'll do what the capital wants us to do. I really hate doing that. Your wisdom never fails you. Nerosian will be pleased to know you're not squandering allies who they've taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerers of Isgar, hardened with the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign or diplomatic policies once again acquire your attention, I will convene the Diplomatic Council. Ah, my goodness. We got anything we got to do here? Got that demon army heading our way. There's still a ways out. I'm not too terribly concerned right away. Where I'd like to come clear out some of these armies, especially these ones behind us. Because they could come rampaging over here and attack Canabras or any of these forts. Ashen Grotto. All right. And we're Banner of Conquest is low again. All right, so let's go to the map. So we have the stables, so we're going to get mounted scouts are available to us. There's the stables. All right, so we've got main stables built up. Oh, wow, look at all these. That was crazy. Let's back out of that. That's okay. Let's come back to here. I want to check out the little camlets. Oh, there we go. Campaign. Let's see if it'll let me go into the cities. No, it won't let me go into the little cities. So we can look at the fortress. Okay, so the fortresses are let's see. Alchemist Lab, Citadel, Garrison Barracks, Hospital, Supply Center. Yeah, so these things just increase those stats. All right, so we got our big Crusader army, our secondary Crusader army, our third Crusader army. What's this? Sorcerers. Paladins, we don't want to get rid of. Shield bearers, we definitely don't want to get rid of. Champions. Yeah, see, I don't want to. Let's go ahead and put them there. What I think we'll do is we'll get this army and put the sorcerers in place of these rangers. Oh, the rangers are pretty nice. I don't know. Let's see here. Can we upgrade the Lost Chapel? Nope. Okay. Let's look like what we're doing here. So we've got everything going. Somewhat of everything. All right. All right, let's get out of this. Go rest. Hey, that's got to be my room. Whoops, not that way. Sakaris lost. All right, just a book. Let's see here. Do a rest.
Hey, Uncle Greybor, my old pal. If anybody ever hires you to kill me, you'll give me a heads up, won't you? You know, sporting like.
Don't worry, my young friend. If I'm hired to kill you, you'll be the first to know.
All right, so let's take a look at our people. We got to level people up. We're going to see what she is here. She's an espionage expert. Stealth of 25, perception of 20, trickery is 19. (23, 21, 18). So she's better in some cases than Wooljiff. Desnias watches over her. By the will of the goddess, a whirlwind of sacred butterflies carries her to safety whenever she faces mortal peril. That's cool. Deadly aim. Choose to take a -1 on all ranged attacks, +2 damage. That's good. Rapid shot. When you make a full attack with a ranged weapon, you get 1 additional shot. Persuasion and knowledge are up there as well. An ascending succubus. Alright, doesn't tell us anything. DR5 against acid. Cold, fire, 10 against electricity. Oh no, so cold and acid of 5, fire and electricity of 10, and DR5 cold iron good. Armor proficiency, she's got all those. Airborne, she's immune to trip. Immune to trip. Trap finding. Bounty hunter. Adds stealth to the list of her class skills. That's cool. Proficiencies, proficiency, ranger's bond. Bond with his companions. She got a pet. Espionage, expert magic. Evasion, favorite enemy undead. Favorite enemy demons of magic. Charge, treat affliction. Single diseased or poisoned characters. Oh, that's cool. Demoralize. Ranger's bond. Inspire rage. Character to accept effects of inspire rage. Okay. Athletics. Bows are definitely the way to go. She does have spells. Hurricane bow. Aspect of the falcon. Hurricane bow and all weapons. Medium long sword normally does it with. Let's do lead blades. That looks kind of cool. Alright, animal aspect. Polymorph. Bears endurance, effortless armor, protection from growth spike, stone call, sense vitals, hold animal, cat's grace, aspect of the bear. +2 enchantment bonus to natural armor bonus to AC. That's kind of cool. Bark skin. Chameleon stride, owl's wisdom, sickening entanglement. Summon nature's ally. Let's go with hold animal and aspect of the bear. Animal aspect greater, delay poison, life blast. Life force from surrounding land and hurl it at your enemies, dealing a d6 positive energy damage per level of the caster. That's pretty cool. Resist energy communal, always good to have that. Soothing mud. Protection, long strider mask, cure moderate. Instant enemy. Rude disease, that's summon nature's ally. 3. Alright, let's level people up. He is a slayer, that is fine. That looks normal. 2-weapon combat. He does use 2 weapons, so that works. Alright, Fighter Armitage. Oh, he's multi-classing here. I didn't notice that the first time I looked. I just saw Hell Knight. So I was like, alright, he's a Hell Knight. Oh, this is the guy that had the stupid pick, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. So Hell Knight can only go up to level 10. Alright, let's go ahead and do the Armitage. No, let's do a Hell Knight level. But what's this give us? Combat, focus, ardent. Armor training. Let's do Hell Knight. And let's bump up the ones he's got on the 9s already. Order of Godclaw and Order of Godclaw. Alright. Therian. Oracle works. Those work. Break enchantment works. Ember. Those work. Which can touch a creature to suppress and protect it from negative conditions. Which chooses one of the following conditions each time she uses the hex. Blind, curse, diseased, or poison if the target is afflicted with... Oh, that's pretty cool. Dominate person. Camila. Shaman. Those are fine. Ameliorization. Shaman can touch a creature to protect it from negative. Basically the exact same thing that the witch had. Alright, that works. Yeah, looked like she had more to go. Deadly aim. That works. Alright, whenever your ranged weapon attack exposes an enemy is vulnerable, every third hit with a ranged weapon against the same enemy deals additional d6 plus 2. That's pretty cool. Alright, now let's get people some gear. So she's got a +2 composite longbow. Do I have any? No, just lands. And I'm not taking bows from people, so I'm not going to worry about that. Armor, she got +2 leather armor. Don't have any magic armor. So that will work. What's this? Bracers of heavy hand. Do we have any? Let's see here. What's this? Yeah. Might as well give it to her. Not a bard. Blood Rager, Mighty Fist. All right, let's take a look at +3 keen finesse. Oh, that's an S stock. That's not a dark horn. Can he use it? Nope. And he's got that. All right. Looks like that's everything. Let's look at our journal. So we got to find the outcast. Know thy enemy, Silver Sanctum, or the Ivory Sanctum. Got to find Irabeth. Dragon hunt. That dragon was nasty. We don't want to deal with that yet. We issued the order for Irabeth. Got to talk to Sair. So Irabeth, Sair. Got to talk to Soziel. Form a staff council. All right, so Irabeth, Sair, Soziel. There's Irabeth. All right. So first to Irabeth. Irabeth's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander! I found out how the demon snuck up on us. It won't happen again. Irabeth nods grimly. We no longer need fear surprise attack, but news of what the demons did to their prisoners has spread through the ranks. Their fate is truly horrible. You did the wise thing in sending them to the mongrels. I hope they'll be able to find at least some semblance of a normal life. I have to go. Alright, so that was Irabeth. So we got Soziel and CR. If we can figure out where he's at. To the streets. There was a little asterisk there, or not asterisk, but exclamation point, showing that we needed to go to the streets. Alright, so we need to find Soziel and CR. Arcane Weaver, Jeweler, Exotic Weapons Provider, Wormer, Blacksmith, Lady Kanomi. CR is there. Soziel is there, and the blacksmith is there. Let's go to the blacksmith first. Then we'll go to CR, then Soziel, then leave town. Move our armies to go kill things. Where's the blacksmith? There's the blacksmith. Yeah, look at these 75,000, 62,000. I'd rather buy, stuff for our military. Want to keep the purple stone dagger, want to hang on to radiance. We don't have don't need Blood Ragers. We don't need these. +3 bonus to damage rolls with offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding two-handed weapons. Oh, that's what we use. Yeah, we're probably gonna put that on us because that's pretty awesome. Scroll of Aid, I'm not gonna use that much. Probably Aspect of the Falcon, no. Scroll of Blur we'll hang on to. Cause Fear, let's get rid of those. Heals we keep. Dispel Magic, we're going to keep those. Divine Favor, let's go ahead and get rid of them. Scroll of Doom. Nah. No. Large we'll hang on to. Expeditious Retreat we'll hang on to. Flare Burst we'll hang on to. Because some of these we can give to Nino, and she uses them at her level, not at the scrolls level. So that will come in handy. Frigid Touch. Old Person. We get rid of these because these are clericy spells. Invisibility we'll keep. Lead Blades. No. Raider Fang, no. Magic Missile we'll hang on to. Owl's Wisdom. Let's get rid of that. Keep that one. Protection from Good. Remove blindness. Remove disease. Remove fear. Remove perilous. Remove sickness. Resist cold. Lesser restoration. Scorching ray. Invisibility. Shield. Stone Fist. No. Stone Skin. Summon Wolf. We'll keep that one there. No. Vanish. Words of Chaos. Hang on to that. Then we're going to go to others. Oh, didn't see that there. Look at that. No horseshoes. You couldn't go anywhere without running into a million horseshoes before. All right. Another 36,000. Take it. All right. Now we want CR. Let's see what's disturbing this old man. The old crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes, has something happened? Where did your boy Morveg go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy gray hair is dirty and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away, panicked, his things in the dead of the night and packed his things in the dead of night and disappeared. Must have gone to find some demons to fight. He is Kelid. His entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorum. Did you see the straw wolf hanging from his neck? It's their clan talisman. It's called the Little Fang. I put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Iomade, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorum with his mother's milk. I told him, you can't fight the darkness if you are guided by anger. If rage overwhelms you, you can't. You will either perish or become a villain, or get so used to war that you'll forget what it's like to live as a human. But he only had one thing on his mind: vengeance. For his family, for his ancestors, for his wounded honor. I tried to find him. They say he's been getting to the tavern a lot recently. Ever-bright crusaders don't go to taverns. We keep ourselves clean, body and spirit. But Morveg didn't go there to drink or play dice. He was looking for a guide, and he found one. A Kellid one, too. An old one, a descendant of the Sarkorians. Even the demons couldn't force them out of these lands. They say Morveg wanted to go towards Wisterson, an ancient Sarkorian settlement, but I don't know what he wanted there or where exactly to look for him. There are a lot of demons in that region. I can't send scouts there with an order to leave no stone unturned. There will be too many skirmishes with monsters and huge losses. The old man looks completely devastated. I want to ask a few questions about yourself. Huh, about me? Siar Koblum? Or me, the glorious, ever-bright commander and leader of the Order? I want to know about your past. The old man scratches his thinning, fuzzy hair. About my life before the Order? It was so long ago. As a boy, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it. Try to fix it. I decided to become a priest. But when I saw the ever-bright crusaders, so proud, so pure, and then someone next to me said, "What arrogant snobs." And he was right. We ever-bright crusaders actually are a little arrogant. So I thought maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of a simple, warm-hearted lad like myself. Who knew that years later I would become their leader? Tell me about your order. The Everbright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting the world wound is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it, and also our souls. We have high standards and live under many restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no lands, even if we were entitled to them at birth. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life. For our hearts are always turned to war, but war is grim, ugly things that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it. And we keep our hearts pure so that we are not left sickened by war, so that our light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Don't have any more questions. The old man nods. I'm glad I gratified your curiosity. I have to go. Ciar gives you a bright smile. Of course, Commander. You have lots to do. May Iomade help you. All right, so now let's look at our journal. Search the area around Winter Sun Village. Nameless ruins. Bright Crusaders gone missing. Some harm may have fallen. Search the area around Winter Sun Village. We're working on that. Dragon Hunt. Oh my god, no, that's terrible, horrible thing. Finished up that. Hopefully we'll find Kalisa. Ivory Sanctum. Find the missing Crusaders. All right, so now we need to talk to Sozial. And he's over here. Oh, she's over there too. So we're going to go talk to him. And we're getting close to our end time here. We had a scare in with a dragon. That was horrible. Yeah, we're nowhere near ready for that thing. That thing would have kicked our behinds. Noble, noble, peasant, peasant. Citizen, peasant. Where's Sozio? Ah, he's over here playing games with the soldiers. Soldier stares at his cards in the dim light of a candle stub. Deal me 2 more. I'll double down. Coins clink as they land on the barrel. Deal me another one. What? Another one? Are you bluffing, you little shit? Wait until we lay down our cards, and you'll see if I'm bluffing. You don't immediately recognize Soziel's voice. In battle, he is quiet and composed, but now you can hear furious, passionate excitement in his words. Fine, you scumbag, I call. Deal me another as well. Excitement, passion, and tension seem to hang over the improvised table. It feels like lightning is about to strike. Say nothing. Damn, I'm out. The soldier angrily throws his cards at the barrel. Go on, show us what you've got. Read 'em and weep. Sozio reveals his cards with a gloating laugh. Nothing but junk. I knew it, you holier-than-thou types can't bluff. I was, and you fell for it. With this, Sozio slams a card on each of the soldiers. Sozio slams a card on each of the soldiers' shoulders like epaulets and places the rest of the cards on top of his opponent's head. Now you've done it. The soldier grabs Sozio by the collar. The cleric immediately rises to his feet as if he expected it. At this point, one of the other players spots you in the shadows. Hey, there's someone over there. We've been caught. The jig's up. Let's bail. The candle stub is snuffed out. The cards are scattered in the mud. After a moment, only the embarrassed Sozio remains. What are you doing here? His voice no longer holds excitement. We did nothing wrong. Well, tempers flared a bit. But that usually doesn't happen. I swear it. I was worried you'd gotten yourself into trouble. Thank you. I'm touched, really, but I'm perfectly fine. I was just making sure no one else got into trouble. Come on, you can't be in the way of the screen. I can't see kitty cat. I know you would never lie to me, so I think you must be lying to yourself. You didn't come here to minister to the soldiers. Why else would I come here then? To win a copper or two? You provoked that soldier. You were practically begging for a fight. I was? No, you misunderstood. That was... Sozio searches for the right words to explain himself, but grows dejected and lowers his eyes. You're right. Shame on me. I provoked the fight. I behaved unacceptably. Forgive me, Shaylin. Don't be foolish. You're mortal, just like the rest of us. Not some all-powerful deity of mercy. You need time to relax, just like the rest of us. Please be honest with yourself. After a long silence, Sozio nods. Thank you. It's all jumbled up in my mind. This war and the horrors it holds, our soldiers and what they tell me in their confessions, my own responsibilities, lines from Holy Scripture. In the midst of all this, it's easy to forget I have my own needs and desires. Thank you for reminding me. The cleric picks up a dirty playing card and twirls it in his fingers. I will not come here again. Please don't forbid these games. Things things here are mostly civil, I swear, aside from the rare heated argument. I'll be honest, I'll miss playing cards. That excitement when you have almost no chance of winning and the risk is high, even though the stakes aren't life and death, just a handful of coppers. But I'll try to find a less destructive outlet. Perhaps I'll speak with Irabeth and ask her to play chess with me. I wonder what will come of it. Soziel smiles. Thank you for helping me clear my mind. Good night. All right. Let's go talk to our demon chick,
Let's move.
who just happens to be standing next to a church. You know, all like, "Hey, everybody, I'm a demon. Nobody worry about me." And this peasant walks up like, "Oh, look, it's a demon there. I'm just gonna stand next to the demon, 'cause everything's cool." All right, let's talk to the demon. The girl's ruby eyes stare watchfully at passers-by who don't notice her even at arm's length. She turns to you, her face a mixture of contemplation, sadness, and admiration. They're amazing, aren't they? We are being attacked by demons with unusual powers. Do you know anything about them? Irushael thinks for a long while. Finally, she answers hesitantly. Back in Alushinera, there were rumors about terrible experiments that Baphomet and Discari performed on their troops to make them stronger. Here on the material plane, these rumors were embellished with lots of details. Some say the demons undergo rituals acquired from Zon Kuthan. Others say they feed on the blood of angels or Klipoths or demon lords. Still, others say there are no experiments, and Baphomet is just bringing back fighters from the future, a future in which the demons have already taken all of Galorian. Is there a grain of truth in any of these ramblings? There's no way to know. Naturally, none of these rumors give any indication of where the demons come from. I'm sorry I can't help you. The only thing that's clear is that the lowly fighters in the army of the abyss are as puzzled by this as we are. What are you doing here? I'm watching. She nods as the city dwellers as they hurry past. I'm listening to their conversations, studying their faces. I'm trying to understand what they truly are. Have you learned anything new about mortals? They love cats. Arushalea speaks in a very serious manner, as if sharing an important scientific discovery with you. But then a moment later, she smiles to give the joke away. Seriously, have your observations of humans led to anything? I wouldn't want to draw any rash conclusions. I've only been watching them for a short while, but I think I've understood one thing. The succubi have a saying, mortals always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. But now I see this isn't true. You mortals aren't liars, you're dreamers. Each of you creates a huge daydream for yourself, and share your life everyone you share your life with. It isn't exactly a lie, because the daydream is your truth. Why do you like to watch people? You know, in my old life, I thought I knew everything about them. I was a master of seduction, after all. I knew how to tempt a mortal into doing whatever I required. I could trap them in a lie, or lie myself and never get caught. It's disgusting to remember, but that was my life for many centuries. Now I see I know nothing, or knew nothing. A demon warrior probably also considers himself an expert on mortals because he's killed so many of them. He certainly knows where to thrust a spear for quick death and where to thrust it for a long and painful one. And he thinks that's enough. My knowledge, it was kind of the same kind. It was of the same kind. I ruined many mortals without learning the first thing about them. Now I watch them to understand them. This won't give my victims back their lives, of course, but still, by growing closer to these mortals, it's like I'm paying back some part of my debt to my victims' memories. That's kind of neat. Don't you think you're being a little creepy? What? The succubus blinks surprisingly. Really? Why? I don't mean any harm. I see. Let me ask you another question. Of course, but forgive me if I don't have any answers. Tell me about yourself. I'm afraid you won't like what I'm going to tell you. Where do succubi come from? Do you have a childhood? No. Well, yes, but in brief, the abyss is nothing like the mortal world. Arushilea makes a gesture in the air, trying to find the right words. You remember life since conception. No, wait. You don't remember that part, do you? But certainly you know everything since birth. We do not. Normally, when a human dies, the Lady of Graves decides which plane they go to. Most often, those who arrive in the abyss turn into larvae. You know, the little worms no one notices until you step on them. They crawl in the mud for centuries, devouring each other, and the strongest ones turn into demons. I don't know how that transformation happens. Maybe we hatch out of them like caterpillars out of butterflies. No, wait, it's the other way around. Or maybe greater demons sculpt us out of them, like so much clay. I don't know what happened to the larvae that they used to make me. And my own memory, it begins with vague fragmentary and images, terrors, executions, orgies. I remember some poor lad, half gnawed by the larvae. He was crying and begging to be killed, and I pointed at him and laughed and said I wouldn't. Desna, forgive me. I am so ashamed. How did you end up turning against the abyss? Temptation, Arashulia smiles sadly. Strange, isn't it? Some people believe that being good is important, but it's boring and unpleasant. And all that's enjoyable and tempting pertains to evil. Even the servants of kind gods often think so, do they not? You have no idea how easy that makes the role of a temptress. Well, it was my great fortune to discover that it's not always like that. My last my last victim uh, was a priestess of Desna, the tender of dreams. As you know, demons do not sleep. Mortals always compare their greatest moments to dreams. So I decided it would be interesting to see for myself what it to see for myself, and while I was at it, forgive me, goddess, to mock Desna. This priestess lay in my arms, dying of my kiss. I remember every smallest detail. The cold sweat of her skin, her eyes rolled back into her head, her weak whisper. It's so difficult to recount. Well, I dove into her mind to see what mortals' dreams were like, but the goddess saw me in her realm, and it turned out I remained there for far longer than I planned. What did Desna do to you? As punishment, she gave me mercy. I often think, why me? She could easily have blown me away like smoke with a flick of her finger. The gods rarely trouble themselves with the lives of mortals, and even less so with demons. But for reasons of her own, she paid me special attention. She awoke in me. Come on, get out of the way, kitty. I'm almost done. She awoke in me the memories of the sinners whose souls were used to create me. All those humans. I knew nothing about them until Desna showed me. Each of them had their own dreams, and a world without pity trampled each of them and placed them on the path that led to the abyss. Their memories, all their hopes and pains. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to talk about this. You see tears well up in the succubus's eyes. Arushalia wipes the tears and continues. The most important thing I realized was that every mortal is a little world of hopes and dreams, and that although I might be a succubus, I didn't have to live forever with those beastly, boring pleasures and tortures of the abyss. I can be free. I I can be myself, if only I can understand who I am. You don't know who you are? What of you? Do you know who you are? Are there many mortals who can make that claim? Before returning me to the mortal realm, Desna whispered something to me. I can still hear her words. She asked me, "And what do you dream of?" And I don't know. I still don't. You see, demons are simple creatures. She purses her lips. Each is guided by two or three strong sins. Before my conversion, my sins were all I was, a ball of desires without anyone behind them doing the desiring. Desires for sex, for flattery, and food. But now I have me, and it's amazing, but it's so complicated. She makes an apologetic gesture and smiles. What did you do after Desna converted you? I traveled. In the beginning, I thought it was wise to keep away from demons and their temptations, run off to Absalom, or perhaps even further, to another plane. But then I realized I didn't deserve freedom yet. The abyss was still in me. It called to me, tempting me, seducing me. If I ran away, I would soon return to my old habits. She forces the word from her mouth. That is why I came here, to join the war, to remember who my enemy is, to defeat the demons, not just for the mortal world, but for myself as well. Because if I didn't kill my past, it will always be reaching for me. I'm a wonderful liar. I'm no longer proud of it, but it's still true. The demons never suspected my treason until the very end. I lived as a spy and regularly reported back to the priests of Desna whatever I learned. Naturally, I concealed my identity from them as well. I could never have been caught, but when I learned that Descari was planning an attack on Canabras, there was no time for caution. I risked everything to warn you and paid with my freedom. Amazing. The anarchy of the abyss was slavery for you, but you found freedom in the army. Well, I'm not exactly marching in the infantry, she smiles. Your operations bear little resemblance to battle by the laws of warfare. So, do you worship Desna now? The goddess did a lot for me, more than I ever deserved. Asking anything more of her would be impudent. Impudent. I can read. I'm grateful to her, but I try not to trouble her with my prayers. Thank you for your answers. I hope they didn't upset you too much, at least not as much as they upset me. May I ask you a personal question? The kind of question a mortal might ask a succubus. You want to talk about sex? She looks you in the eye. Ask me anything. I'll not keep secrets from you, but don't expect to hear anything light-hearted or pleasant. The kiss of a succubus is deadly, isn't it? Not just the kiss. Any caress of any kind sucks the life from mortals, and there's nothing I can do about it. She touches her lips ever so slightly. For mortals, tenderness is tenderness and violence is violence. But I don't know what it's like to kiss and not inflict pain. I just hope my observations of mortals will help me understand. Young lovers, old spouses, even what mortals condemn as promiscuity. To me, it all looks like something amazingly human. You know, a drop of vital energy is a small price to pay for your kiss. Don't joke like that. For me, it's not a joke at all. I'm sorry. It wasn't meant to upset you. Never mind. Just try not to tempt me. You know it's hard for me to control myself. Wait, you mean you don't just watch people during the day out on the street? Well, I never touch anyone. I never harm anyone. I just watch and listen. Is that bad? No, it's not bad. Just don't get caught. I can promise that, the succubus smiles. What is sex between demons like? Everything demons do is sort of cannibalism. Ugh. Each devours mortals and other demons in their own way. Some beliefs enjoy literally tearing off pieces of flesh with their teeth. Others like to subdue and turn their prey into slaves and living tools. Some feed on others' humiliations. It comes in different forms, but the essence is always the same. Another being is an object to be used for one's own pleasure. Demon sex doesn't differ from any other type of violence. In my former life, it was something I did to others, or others did to me. Only one person ever received pleasure, not the other. Do you still feel desire? She keeps a long silence as she searches for the right words. You see, on the other hand, my succubus nature remains with me. I feel the desire. I feel is the one from my old life. When I look at any mortal, I immediately imagine how she looks away. But that feeling, that desire, it's not what mortals feel. When you like someone, you don't ponder how good it would feel to drink their soul, do you? You think about how good it would feel to be together. Together, you see, you know how you want someone, and at the same time, you not want to destroy them. For me, it's always one and the same. True despair rings in her voice. I'm not just talking about love, just the common mutual affection of mortals when they're not poisoned with violence. Now I know that I've never felt it. It's hard to imagine how it's even possible. Love is a wonderful feeling. I believe you will be able to experience it someday. I hope so. It's just that the girl puts her hand on her chest. I don't deserve it. Who would dare love a predator from the abyss who, by her very nature, is unable to return those feelings? Gently touch your fingers. I believe in you. I can help you if you let me. Your fingers briefly touch the succubus's heated skin, and she anxiously jerks her hand back, her eyes shining with fear, hope, and something new, fragile and tender, something that makes her look surprisingly like an embarrassed mortal girl. I will. Thank you for being so open. She nods without saying a word. Well, we're running over our time quite a bit here. Tell me about life in the abyss. I can't tell you about all of the abyss. I've only seen a small part. If you like, I can tell you about the Midnight Isles and that other place. Tell me about the Midnight Isles. In the ocean of Ishiar, not far from the mouth of the river Styx, there is a chain of islands. This is the realm of Nocticula, the queen of the succubi. There is no sun here, only moonlit night, alternating with a moonless one. Each of the isles is one of her that lady's trophies, the remains of a powerful entity that perished at her hands. As you see, you cannot take a step in the abyss without treading on corpses. Tell me about Alushinyira. The Propheri city is the capital. There's no city like it in the mortal world. Absalon is a village in comparison. Millions, I don't exaggerate, millions of demons and mortals live here. There. Some come voluntarily, not only from Golorian, but from other places as well. Nocticula keeps an open boundaries and enjoys having many guests, merchants, and travelers in the city. Some arrives in chains. The slave trade is the most thriving business in the city. From afar, the city may seem like a merry place. Many of its dwellers do enjoy themselves until it's their turn to become someone else's toy. It's a city of suffering, Joseph Starfyre, of cheerful, festive torments that everyone in the city inflicts on those around them. What are the places of interest in Alushinyria? The heart of the business quarter is the flesh markets, where the slave trades take place. I grew up in the mansion of Lady Valexia. Her house is always full of guests doing their best to entertain her. Those whose performances are not to her liking risk remaining at her house forever. So if you're not good, you stay. The main attraction of the Succubi city is, of course, the brothels, the 10,000 delights. I need not tell you what they offer. If you can imagine it, someone is selling it. Not far from there, you can find the Harem of Ardent Dreams, which serves as a sort of city hall. Shamiria, Nocticula's right hand and mayor of Alushinyira, receives her visitors there. For those who prefer bloodier sport, there's the many arenas in the city. The most famous of them is Battle Bliss. Battles run continuously without breaks and without rules. It doesn't matter what trickery you use to win, it only matters how much fun the crowd is having. And above it all towers the House of Silken Shadows, Nocticula's palace. Hundreds, thousands of towers and domes adorned with jewels. There are legends of what happens inside. Many have striven to experience the delights of the succubus queen's palace, forgetting that it was built for her pleasure, not theirs. What can you tell me about Nocticula? She's called the Lady in Shadows. They say that she was the first succubus. She's far from the most powerful of the demon lords, but this hasn't kept her from being the ruin of many creatures significantly more powerful than herself, even building her kingdom on their bones. Let's say that they say that, like Lamashtu, she strives to turn herself into a demon lord from a demon lord into a true goddess. She enjoys killing, but her favorite tools are seduction and deception. She only stoops to crude violence when there are no other games to play. And even then, she backstabs from the shadows. Her favorite weapon is a crossbow, though a silk garrote would suit her better. If you should ever meet her, do not believe a word she says, and do not fall for her provocations. Do not try to beat her at her own game, and most importantly, remember, the worst mistake that anyone can make is to underestimate her. Thanks for the information. I'll be happy if it helps. What do you think of the powers I've gave you? It's a great temptation. I don't know if I should be trusted with such power. I certainly wouldn't trust myself with it. When you have such power, it's easy to decide you're a god and the mortals are your toys. Perhaps I should wait until after we defeat the forces of the abyss. But that's precisely what these powers are for. The girl thinks for a moment, then speaks softly. You take a great risk. I'm not sure I can handle the temptation. It's hard enough as it is. I have to go. I'll be watching you. All right. So we talked to a bunch of people, got a bunch of the side stuff taken care of, fought that horrible dragon, which, well, I mean, we fought it for just a couple of rounds. It scared us. I did 50 points of damage to it with my power. Couldn't touch it with anything else. And that's that. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. This one went a little bit longer than normal. Sorry about that, but I didn't want to stop in a mid-conversation. All right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I appreciate all of that stuff. I have been Sir Joseph. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.